Come to the next category, present continuous. Sorry, future continuous. Structures subject plus will or shall plus have plus V1 plus ing. I shall be having my lunch. The subject here is I plus shall plus be plus V1 plus ing. I shall be having my lunch is in the future continuous tense. The third category is future perfect. Structure is subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3 is future perfect. The subject here is I. Will or shall, anything is fine, but as per the rule it must be shall. I shall then have plus V3. The verb in this sentence is have and the V3 of have is had. So I shall have had my lunch. I shall have had my lunch. Sounds incorrect but correct. Just write according to the structures. Never think too much. I shall have had my lunch. The subject here is I plus shall plus have plus had is V3. Subject plus shall plus have plus had plus V3. I shall have had my lunch. Subject plus shall plus have plus V3 is future perfect tense. So future perfect is subject plus I shall have had my lunch. Just write according to the structures. Come to next one. Last category is future perfect continuous. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V1 plus ing. I shall have been having my lunch. The subject here is I plus shall plus have plus been plus having is V1 plus ing and subject plus have plus subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V1 plus ing. I shall have been having my lunch is in the future perfect continuous tense. Here, this is how we can frame every sentence in all the four categories of all the three tenses. Come to the next one. He has a truck. He has a truck. This sentence is in the simple present tense because has is a main verb here. There's no main verb after has. Has becomes a main verb here. The subject here is he plus has is a main verb in which form? V1 form. V1, V2, V3. Has is V1. V2 is had. V3 is also had. Have, had. Similarly, has, had. He has a truck. The subject here is he plus has is a main verb in the V1 form. So this sentence is in the order subject plus V1 and subject plus V1 is simple present. Now he has a truck means he possesses a truck or he owns a truck. That's the meaning. We'll try framing this idea, this sentence in all the other categories. The three categories remaining in present tense, all the four categories in the past tense, all the four categories in the future tense. Come to the second category, present continuous. He is having a truck. The subject here is he plus is plus having is V1 plus ing. He is having a truck. This statement is completely fine according to the structure. I say this sentence is grammatically wrong. Now every option that we select as the answer must be grammatically correct and must make sense. If a sentence is grammatically correct but does not make sense, without thinking much, eliminate that option. Having word is there, but having has a meaning like eating. If I say I'm having my breakfast, completely fine. I'm having my lunch, completely fine. I'm having my dinner, completely fine. If I say I'm having many friends, that means I'm eating many friends. Does not make any sense at all. It must be I have many friends. I'm having a house means I'm eating a house. Does not make sense. Grammatically wrong, eliminate it. It must be I have a house. So having word is there, but having has a meaning like eating. He is having a truck means he is eating a truck does not make any sense at all. So present continuous is not possible with the given sentence. This is eliminated. You must say he has a truck. Come to third category, present perfect. Subject plus has to have plus V3. Subject plus has to have plus V3. The subject here is he. He have is wrong. It must be he has. Plus V3. The verb in the sentence is has, main verb. And the V3 of has is had. So he has had a truck. Sounds incorrect but correct. He has had a truck. The subject is he. Plus has is an auxiliary verb. Plus had is a V3 of has, main verb in the sentence. He has had a truck is present perfect, grammatically correct. Present perfect tense. Come to the next category, present perfect continuous. He has been having a truck means he has been eating a truck does not make sense, eliminated, grammatically wrong. So present continuous is not possible with this sentence. Present perfect continuous is also not possible with this sentence. Come to the past tense. First category is simple past. Simple past structure is subject plus V2. The verb in the sentence is has. The V2 of has is had. So simple past becomes he had a truck. The subject is he plus had is V2. There's nothing like subject plus V3. Subject plus had V2, simple past tense. So he had a truck is in the simple past tense. The next category is past continuous. Come to Bombay. He was having a truck. He was having a truck means he was eating a truck does not make any sense at all. Past continuous is not possible with this sentence. The next category is past perfect. Subject plus had plus V3. The subject here is he plus had plus V3. The main verb in the sentence is has. The V3 of has is had. So he had a truck. There's no redundancy here, no repetition here, completely fine. So he had a truck. Subject is he. This had is the auxiliary verb. This had is the main verb, V3 of the verb in the sentence. Subject plus had plus V3 is past perfect tense, must be considered. The next category is past perfect continuous. Subject plus had plus been plus V1 plus ing. He had been having a truck means he had been eating a truck does not make sense, grammatically wrong, eliminated. So past continuous not possible with this sentence. Past perfect continuous also not possible with this sentence. Fine. Now we have one more category, one more tense left, future tense. Future tense, the first category is simple future. The subject here is he. Third person, not a compulsory action, use will according to the rule. He will have a truck. The subject is he plus will plus have is V1 plural. I told you has is V1 singular, have is V1 plural. In the future tense, no matter whether the subject is singular or plural, the verb must always be plural. Subject plus will plus V1 plural is simple future tense. So he will have a truck is simple future. The next category is future continuous. He will be having a truck means he will be eating a truck does not make any sense, grammatically wrong, eliminated. The third category is future perfect. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3. The subject in the sentence is he. Then will or shall, anything is fine. As per the rule, it must be will. Then have plus V3. The verb in the sentence is has. He has a truck. The V3 of has is had. So he will have had a truck. The subject he plus will plus have plus had is a V3 of has. the subject plus will plus have plus V3 is future perfect tense. Must be considered. The last category is future perfect continuous. He will have been having a truck means he will have been eating a truck. Does not make sense. Grammatically wrong. Eliminated. So, present continuous, past continuous, present continuous, present perfect continuous, past continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, future perfect continuous. These categories are not possible with this sentence. So, continuous and perfect continuous categories of the three tenses are not possible with this sentence because those categories don't make any sense here. The option that we go for must be correct in terms of both structure and usage. Must be grammatically correct, must make sense. So, this is all about the structure part. With this, the structure part is done. Now, we can think about the application part. When to use different categories of different tenses. Now, we'll move on to the application part. Like when to use different categories of different tenses. Now, the option that we select as the answer must be correct in terms of both structure and usage. We have discussed the structure part, we'll move on to the application part, the usage part. Your sentence is correct in terms of structure but wrong in terms of usage. Without thinking much, eliminate that option. I repeat, the option that we select must be correct in terms of both structure and usage. We'll think about the usage of simple past and present perfect. Simple past structure is subject plus V2. Present perfect is subject plus has or have plus V2. Come to these two statements. He scored many points. He has scored many points. He scored many points is simple past. If you have any doubt, write down the order. The subject here is he, plus scored is both V2 and V3. Scored, scored, scored. There's nothing like subject plus V3, it's always subject plus V2, and subject plus V2 is simple past tense. Correct structure. The second one, he has scored many points. Has is an auxiliary verb here because scored is a main verb. We'll write down the order. The subject here is he, plus has is an auxiliary verb. There's nothing like subject plus has plus V2. It's always subject plus has plus V3. So in this sentence, scored is in the V3 form. And subject plus has plus V3 is present perfect. Now both the sentences are correct in terms of structure. Subject plus V2 is a correct structure. Subject plus has plus V3 is also a correct structure. Now my question is, which one of these two is correct in terms of usage? Understand the meaning. If I say, now both the sentences talk about a complete action. He scored many points, the action got completed. He has scored many points, the action got completed. I say, between these two, the one that is correct in terms of usage is the second one, present perfect. Present perfect is used to refer to a past action when the time of the action is not mentioned. I did not mention the time when he scored many points. So time of the past action is not mentioned here, so it must be present perfect. Simple past is used to refer to a past action when the time of the action is mentioned. So when the time of the past action is not mentioned, it must be present perfect. When the time of the past action is mentioned, it must be simple past. Now the first one, if I make it this way, he scored many points he scored many points last year. He scored many points last year. Now the time of the past action is mentioned. What is that? Last year. And when the time of the past action is mentioned, it must be simple past. He scored many points last year. Now this is also correct in terms of usage. Come to the second one. He has scored many points last year. Now this statement is grammatically wrong. Because present perfect is used when the time of the past action is not mentioned. So he has scored many points last year is grammatically wrong. He has scored many points is correct. So simple past is used to refer to a past action when the time of the action is mentioned. Present perfect is used to refer to a past action when the time of the past action is not mentioned. This is about the usage of simple past and present perfect. So when the time of the past action is not mentioned, we have to go for present perfect. When the time of the past action is mentioned, we have to go for simple past. So that is about when to use simple past and when to use present perfect. Now come to the next category, past perfect. When to use past perfect. Now past perfect structure is subject plus had plus V3. I have gone for some sentences here. Now my question is, which of these sentences is so are grammatically correct? I'll explain every sentence. When I reached there, he had already left. I say this sentence is grammatically correct. I'll tell you why. When I reached there, he had left. I say this one is grammatically wrong. When I had reached there, he already left. I say grammatically wrong. When I had reached there, he left. Grammatically wrong. When I had reached there, he had already left. Grammatically wrong. When I had reached there, he had left. Grammatically wrong. As soon as I reached there, he left. I say grammatically correct. So the first statement and the last statement are grammatically correct. I'll tell you the rule regarding when to use past perfect, then we'll come back to these sentences again. We'll come back to these sentences. We'll go for these sentences again once I tell you the rule. This is regarding when to use past perfect. When there are two actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the two actions. Time difference means time gap. And only if there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first, not started first. The action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. I repeat, when there are two actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. If time difference is not there, past perfect should not be used. And in a sentence, only one action can be in the past perfect tense. This is a rule regarding when to use past perfect. Clear? Now come to the sentences once again. Come to the first statement, understand the meaning of it. I said first try to understand the meaning, only then think about the rule. When I reached there, comma, he had already left. We have two actions in the past tense here. I reached there is one action in the past. He had already left is the other action in the past. We have two actions in the past tense. Is there any word in this sentence telling us about a time difference between the two actions? Now, when is not for time difference. When is for time. We want time difference. Time difference means time gap. We have a word in the first sentence telling us about a time difference between the two actions. And that word is already. The word already tells us about a time difference between the two actions. So we have two actions in the past tense here. Time difference also there. The rule says when there are two actions in the past tense and only when there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. We have two actions in the past tense. Time difference is also there. Now understand the meaning. Which is the action completed first? I reached there, he had already left. He had already left is the action is completed first. So that must be in the past perfect tense. He had already left is had plus V3. And had plus V3 is past perfect tense. So two actions in the past tense. Time difference is there. The action completed first is in the past perfect tense. This sentence is grammatically correct. Got it? Come to the next one. Now you can understand what is the error in the second statement. When I reached there, comma, he had left. We have two actions in the past tense here. I reached there, he had left. And the action completed first is he had left. He had left is had plus V3 past perfect. So two actions in the past tense and the action completed first is in the past perfect tense. But it is wrong. What is wrong? There is no time difference between the two actions. And if time difference is not there, past perfect should not be used as said. So this statement is grammatically wrong. Come to the third one. When I had reached there, had reached is had plus V3 past perfect. When I had reached there, comma, he already left. So two actions in the past tense, time difference is there, past perfect is used. What is wrong? According to the rule, the action completed first must be in the past perfect tense. This I had reached there according to the statement is the action completed second. As per the rule, the action completed first must be in the past perfect. In this sentence, the action completed second is in the past perfect tense, grammatically. Come to the next one. When I had reached there, comma, he left. Had reached is had plus V3, past perfect. We have two reasons to eliminate this statement. One reason is there is no time difference in this statement, so past perfect should not be used. The other reason is the action completed second is in the past perfect tense. According to the rule, the action completed first must be in the past perfect tense. This statement is grammatically wrong. Come to the next one. When I had reached there, comma, he had already left. Two actions in the past tense. Had reached is had plus V3, past perfect. Had already left is also had plus V3, past perfect. In this statement, both the actions are in the past perfect tense. I told you in a sentence only one action can be in the past perfect tense. Based on that, we can say this sentence is grammatically wrong. Come to the next one. When I had reached there, comma, he had left. Had reached is had plus V3, past perfect. He had left is also had plus V3, past perfect. We have two reasons to eliminate this sentence. One reason is there is no word in this sentence denoting a time difference. And if time difference is not there, past perfect should not be used. That is one reason. The other reason is both the actions are in the past perfect tense. As I said, in a sentence only one action can be in the past perfect tense. So based on two reasons, this sentence is also eliminated. Come to the last sentence. I said this sentence is grammatically correct. Understand the meaning of it. As soon as I reached there, comma, he left. We have two actions in the past tense here. I reached there is one action in the past. He left is the other action in the past. Is there any word in this statement denoting a time difference? I told you, time difference means some gap in the time. Some time gap is called time difference. As soon as means immediately, spontaneously, on the spot, at the moment. Immediately means time difference there or not there? Not there. There's no time difference. As soon as means immediately, that means there is no time difference here. And if time difference is not there, past perfect should not be used. There's no time difference in this sentence. I did not use past perfect here. Grammatically correct. Now the first sentence and the last sentence both are grammatically correct, but the meanings are different. Come to the first one. When I reached there, he had already left means by the time I reached, he already left. He was not there. As soon as I reached there, he left means the moment I reached, he left. So both are grammatically fine, but the meanings are different. Getting it? I'll give you some more examples. Come to the next statement. Understand the meaning of it. The first thing is trying to understand the meaning. He had his breakfast before they called him. We have two actions in the past tense here. He had his breakfast is one action in the past. They called him is the other action in the past. Two actions in the past tense. Is there any word in this sentence denoting a time difference? Yes. The word before tells us about a time difference between the two actions. So we have two actions in the past tense. Time difference is also there. So action is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. Understand the meaning. Which is the action completed first? He had his breakfast or they called him? He had his breakfast is the action completed first. Because he had his breakfast before they called him. So this is the action completed first. So this must be in the past perfect tense. He had his breakfast. Is it past perfect? If you have any doubt, write down the order. The subject here is he plus had is a main verb, auxiliary verb here. Main verb because there's no main verb after had. So had becomes a main verb here. There's nothing like subject plus V3. It's always subject plus V2. And subject plus V2 is not past perfect tense. Subject plus V2 is simple past. We want this idea in the past perfect tense, so this statement is grammatically wrong. This idea must be in the past perfect tense. So correct statement must be, he had his breakfast before they called him. He had his breakfast, completely fine. I give you similar examples. I had my lunch. He had his breakfast. The subject here is he, plus this had is the auxiliary verb. This had is the main verb in the V3 form. Subject plus had plus V3 is past perfect. He had his breakfast before they called him. Two actions in the past tense. Time difference is there. The action completed first is in the past perfect tense. Now this is grammatically correct. Now what you think is correct may be incorrect. So just go by the rules. Blindly follow the rules. Come to the next one. They came here after I spoke to them. They came here after I spoke to them. We have two actions in the past tense here. One is they came here. The other one is I spoke to them. Two actions in the past tense. Is there any word in this statement denoting a time difference here? Yes. What is that? After. The word after tells us about a time difference between the two actions. So we have two actions in the past tense. Time difference is there. So the action completed first must be in the past perfect tense. Understand the meaning. Which is the action completed first here? They came here, I spoke to them. Understand the meaning of the statement. They came here after I spoke to them. So I spoke to them is action is completed first. So that must be in the past. This action must be in the past perfect tense. I spoke to them. The subject here is I. Spoke is V2. Speak and speaks both are V1. V2 is spoke. V3 is spoken. Speak, spoke, spoken. Subject plus V2 is simple past. We want this idea to be in the past perfect tense, not in the simple past tense. So this is also grammatically wrong. The correct statement must be, as I said, this idea must be in the past perfect tense. They came here after I had spoken to them. They came here after I had spoken to them. I had spoken to them. The subject here is I plus had plus spoken is V3. Subject plus had plus V3 is past perfect tense. So two actions in the past tense. Time difference is there. The action completed first is in the past perfect tense. Now the statement is grammatically correct. They came here after I had spoken to. Getting it? Come to the next one. When he had heard the funny statement, he started laughing. Two actions in the past tense. One is he had heard the funny statement. The other one is he started laughing. We have two actions in the past tense here. The action completed first is hearing the funny statement. And that is in the past perfect tense. He had heard is had plus V3 past perfect. So two actions in the past tense. The action completed first is in the past perfect tense. Grammatically correct or wrong? Grammatically wrong. There is no word in this statement denoting a time difference between the two actions. And once you understand the meaning of it, once you listen to a funny statement, will you wait for some time and then laugh? As soon as we listen to the funny statement, we start laughing. There will not be any time difference. Similarly, as soon as we hear shocking news, we faint. We will not wait for some time and then faint. No one waits for some time and then faints. As soon as we hear a shocking statement, we faint. As soon as we listen to a funny statement, we start laughing. There will never be any time difference based on the meaning. Anyway, there's no word in this sentence denoting a time difference. As time difference is not there, past perfect should not be used. So this statement is grammatically wrong. The correct sentence must be, as soon as he heard the funny statement, he started laughing. Two actions in the past tense. He heard the funny statement is one action in the past. He started laughing is the other action in the past. As soon as means there's no time difference between the two actions. The moment he listened to the funny news statement, he started laughing. So as soon as tells us that there's no time difference here, two actions in the past tense, there's no time difference, past perfect is not used. As if time difference is not there, past perfect should not be used. There's no time difference in this statement. I did not use past perfect here. This sentence is grammatically correct. Getting it? Come to the next one. Understand the meaning. Everything depends on your understanding of the statement. She told me that she went there the previous day. The previous day means yesterday. She told me that she went there the previous day. We have two actions in the past tense here. One is she told me and the other one is she went there. Understand the meaning. According to the statement, when did she go there? Yesterday. When did she tell me? Today. Now only if she tells me today, she can say she went there yesterday. That is the meaning. So two actions in the past tense are, one is she told me, the other one is she went there. And according to the sentence, the meaning of a sentence is very clear that she went there yesterday and she told me today. Now tell me, between these two actions, going there and telling me, is there any time difference? Yes. She went there yesterday, she told me today. So between going there and telling me, there is 1 day time difference. She went there yesterday, she told me today. So 1 day time difference is there between the two actions. So we have two actions in the past tense. 1 day time difference is there. So action completed first must be in the past perfect tense. Which is the action completed first? Telling me or going there? Going there is action is completed first, so that must be in the past perfect tense. She went there is subject plus V2, simple past. We want it to be in the past perfect tense, so this statement is grammatically wrong. This idea must be in the past perfect tense, so correct statement must be she had gone there yesterday. She had gone is subject plus had plus V3, past perfect tense. So she told me that she had gone there the previous day. Two actions in the past tense. 1 day time difference is there. The action completed first is in the past perfect tense. Now this is grammatically correct. Getting it? Come to the next one. He informed me that he had lost his wallet at the mall. We have two actions in the past tense. One is he informed me. The other one is he had lost his wallet. We have two actions in the past tense. Understand the meaning of a statement. Where did he lose his wallet? When he was at the mall. When he informed me, was he at the mall? No. If he were there at the mall at that time, he would never say I had lost my wallet at the mall. So he lost his wallet at the mall. When he informed me, he was not at the mall. So being at the mall and not being at the mall, there's surely some time difference. So two actions here, one is losing his wallet, the other one is informing me. When he lost his wallet, he was at the mall. When he informed me, he was not at the mall. So being at the mall, between being at the mall and not being at the mall, there will of course be some time difference, undoubtedly. So we have two actions in the past tense. Time difference is there. So action completed first must be in the past perfect tense. And which must be the action completed first? Losing his wallet or informing me? Losing his wallet. So that must be in the past perfect tense. We'll check whether it is in the past perfect tense or not. He had lost his wallet. He had lost. The subject here is he plus had plus lost is V3 here. Subject plus had plus V3 is past perfect. Two actions in the past tense. Time difference is there without any doubt. The action completed first is in the past perfect tense. This statement is grammatically correct. Got it? So this is about the usage of past perfect. Fine. If I go for a statement like he had taken a session. Full stop. He had taken a session. He had taken his had plus V3, past perfect. Correct structure. Now my question is this sentence correct in terms of usage? He had taken a session is past perfect. When do we use past perfect? when there are two actions in the past tense. How many actions are here? He had taken a session, full stop. There's only one action here. We cannot use past perfect. This sentence is wrong in terms of usage. For past perfect to be used, there must be two actions in the past tense. Not only two actions, there must be some time difference. The action completed first must be in the past perfect tense. So he had taken a session. Only one action is here. We cannot use past perfect. It is wrong in terms of usage. Fine. He took a session. He took a session. Took is V2, subject plus V2 is simple past. Correct in terms of structure. He took a session. Is this sentence correct in terms of usage? When do we use simple past? Simple past is used to refer to a past action when the time of the action is mentioned. He took a session. Did I mention the time of the past action? No. So time of the past action is not mentioned here. We cannot use simple past. So this sentence is also wrong in terms of usage. Eliminated. He has taken a session. He has taken is has plus V3 present perfect. Correct structure. He has taken a session. I say this sentence is correct in terms of usage. When do we use present perfect? Present perfect is used to refer to a past action when the time of the action is not mentioned. He has taken a session. I did not mention the time of the past action. Present perfect is used. This sentence is correct in terms of both structure and usage. So knowing the concept is not enough. We must be able to apply the concepts.